Alright guys, so welcome back to another video. We're going to be continuing our budget themed series, and today we're going to be taking a look at the MAC-10s. This one has been requested and it's kind of naturally where we were getting to on this process. If you've not spotted the previous videos, we've covered everything on the key rifles like AK, OP, M4s. We've looked at pistols like Glock, USP, stuff like that. So if you just check the channel and search for it, you'll be able to find those pretty easily. Today we're going to have 10 different MAC-10 skins I'm showing you because in all honesty the MAC-10 is kind of a gem when it comes to budget options because there's just so many. We've had this ongoing conversation as well over like budget, and it's very subjective depending on what people actually think budget means. So I'm gonna have 8 of these skins listed as super budget and then 2 of them listed as a value budget. We'll see if that approach works in the future. You can give me the feedback on that down below. Now, I'll stop rambling. Hit that like button if you enjoy it. Hit the subscribe button if you're into it, and let's go right into it. Now, option number 1. Where could I possibly go with this? It has to go to what is deemed the best budget MAC-10 across the board, and it's going to be the Ensnared. This is 13 pins for minimal wear. It's rather brightish with that whitey grey with a little blue accent. The design on it is pretty cool. This, for 13 pins, is just so damn good. And then if you want a blue MAC-10, but you don't want to go down the same boat as everyone else getting the Ensnared, for the same price of 13 pins, you can get a minimal wear Oceanic. I'm a big fan of the Oceanic skins, especially when it comes to building budget inventory, so you should take this one into consideration. Now, one that's slightly different is going to be the Urban DD-Pat, and that's because you want to go buy a souvenir version, and I'm showing you my one here that I bought a couple days ago. I did have to overpay for the Frozen sticker because it's worth like 80 quid, but it was minimal overpay. You can get this starting from 60 pins for min wear. For me, I think Urban DD-Pats look pretty damn good in CS2. I like that it's this sort of like whitish grey. You don't see them that often either. The main thing is you're going to have to go through and, well, you could just buy the cheapest one, but ideally go through and find souvenir stickers that you like, and this saves you money than buying the normal min wear. Now, one I've only mentioned once before on the channel is the calf skin. Now, this is one that you can see actually gets a little bit of shine on it now, and I would say it used to look like white and then brown, and now it's a bit more silver with the shine and then brown. This one isn't for everyone. If you want something a bit different, you want that brown inventory, then you can consider this. It's 13 pence again for min wear, so super low cost if you want to try it out. Then one I've always kind of liked is going to be the Ranjin. Now this is a little bit more expensive at 28 pence for min wear. It's got a cool little like eye design on it. What I like about this one is that it looks like it's all like hand drawing artwork on it, which is something you don't see that often on skins. Rather cool. It also is kind of neutral. Obviously there's kind of like that orangish shading on it, but mostly it's a fairly neutral skin, so if you have a mixed inventory, it's not going to clash. Now, one that I haven't shut up about since CS2 dropped is the Candy Apple. That goes for both MAC-10 and Glock. This in min wear is 22 pence. Super cheap, looks really, really clean. I keep saying it's like a budget hot rod. I know it's not similar. It's not quite close to the hot rod at all, but like that's the vibe it gives me for how low it is. Put some like cheap Fia stickers on this, maybe glitters, maybe cheap holes if you can find them, or any other team that has like a red logo, and it'll look banging. The silver is now one that a lot of people will mention, and for me, this is one that I personally wouldn't go for, but I think for the fact it's 24 pins, you should consider it, especially again if you want something that's a bit more neutral. For me, this, I mean, I think there is a MAC-10 called like Gold Brick that's kind of pricey. This is Silver Brick, essentially. And then the last one from our super budget options is going to be the Allure, and this is 72 pins for minimal wear. Now, you guys know I love this one. I've chatted about it a bit. Right now in my inventory, I have this, the Urban DD-Pat souvenir, and then one of the next skins you're going to see, and I think it's a really nice mix just to have between those to spice things up. And that means the 8 super budget MAC-10 skins all come under £1. And now when we jump over that £1 to these value budget skins, I've got 2 to show you. The first of which is going to be the Discotheque. This is field tested for £2.80. Now, I love this phase of the skin because it's this pinky blue and it looks insane. But what you have to keep in mind is when you're actually playing with it and running around it, it's this bluish to yellowy, and it doesn't really change depending on how the lighting hits it. It's just that when you inspect it, you'll see it starts to change color. If it was permanently this bluish pink, it would be insane. Either way though, it's still a nice value budget option. And then finally, we end it off with a field test Neon Rider, which is the most expensive of the bunch. Of the bunch at £6.14. Now, you'll start to see a little bit of wear on those blue railings, but outside of that, this is stunning. I've had a stat track version of this for like the past 4 or 5 months, and it's just such a vibe to play with in game. Running around with some like an SMG, just going for fights, rushing into sites. This is just so vibrant and cool looking. I don't know. I kind of fuck with that. I think it's pretty cool. And that's going to round off the 10 different budget MAC-10 skins I've picked out, 8 of which are super budget, 2 of which are value budget. Let me know which one was your favorite in the comments down below. As I mentioned, we've done quite a lot of these videos so far, and we'll continue to do these as much as possible. We'll hit a point where I know doing maybe a dedicated video on XMs isn't quite going to fit, and maybe that's when we do a YouTube short instead. If you guys want to keep seeing these videos, just let me know, and we'll keep them coming. Aside of that, guys, that's going to be me for today. That's your best budget MAC-10 skins in CS2. We will have MP9 coming up next in this series, kind of ticking off those nice budget SMGs that you're more likely to use in like any sort of game mode. It's particularly competitive is what I look at. So I'll leave things there. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you're new around here. We're getting close to that 2K mark, guys, so the support's really appreciate it. And let's make that push to 2,000 subscribers. Thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.